What's going on, everyone? Welcome back. FantasyTeamAdvisors.com, bringing home the bacon MLB DFS video. It is Tuesday. It is July 4th. Happy July 4th to everybody. We are back bringing you, hopefully, an informative video. If we are, let us know down below. Would love to know. If you guys had success on Monday, we had a lot of success. Let us know. I've been getting a lot of tweets saying thank you for the information. They went with X, Y, and Z players. They cashed this, this, and this. It's awesome to see, and would love to see even more. Going to start putting a winner's circle on the website. So FantasyTeamAdvisors.com is the website. So if you use our videos and information, our website, let us know. And if you want to, send us a screenshot of your winnings, we can post it on the website. We can blur out the username if you don't want your username up there. We can do a lot of things. And very excited for that. Still building out the Discord channel for the members. So that is exciting as well. And just keep on keeping on. So the first thing we're going to do in the video, if you're new to the channel, anytime a video gets at least 50 likes and you leave a positive comment and you're a YouTube subscriber, your name gets thrown into random.org. You have a chance to win a free week of MLB DFS. Anytime a video gets 100 likes, we do the same exact thing. You have a chance to win a free month of MLB DFS. And if a video gets 125 likes, same thing goes, but you have a chance to win a lifetime or a season pass to MLB DFS. So there's a lot of ways to win. You can do it that way. You can like the video, be a subscriber, and tell us who's going to hit a home run, what inning they're going to hit it in, and the distance traveled as a tiebreaker. We rarely use the distance traveled, so you just need the name of the person and the inning. You can win every single day that way as well. Another way to do it, if our Twitter gets at least 10,000 subs by the start of the NFL season, someone will win a lifetime pass. If our YouTube page gets at least 10,000 followers or subscribers by the All-Star or by the start of the NFL season, same thing. 2 people are going to win a lifetime pass to FantasyTeamAdvisors.com and everything we have to offer with it. So that being said, I've thrown everyone's name from yesterday's video onto here. We're going to randomize it 3 times, and on the 3rd time, that'll be the winner. So good luck to everyone. You can win every single day. You can win multiple weeks combined. So good luck. So there's 1. There's 2. And the winner of the free week is user DQ8IZ6UK7G. So if that is you, congratulations. It's another thing. It's been about a month, but YouTube changed their usernames to just like unique stuff like that. You can go edit your username. So if that is you, let us know. You can either hit us up here, let us know here, like the video, tell us you're the winner, and then either contact us via Twitter at advisors_team or email us dfshelp1@gmail.com. So congratulations. We're going to go over everything. So we have a full slate. It is July 4th. So if you are a subscriber to the website, I will put everything out pretty early today and lineups out there. I will not be around for the 4th. We will be out most of the day with family. So I'll put everything up there. Here's another thing. So we do have optimal lineups on the cheat sheet. If you have the optimal lineups, they are a good way to start to mix and match. If players are out in that lineup, especially like today where I'm not going to have reception, mix and match with either your own research or the plays in our cheat sheet as well. So if let's say I put out a lineup and I stack, just for instance, this game isn't on it, but just for instance, I stack the Reds against Patrick Corbin because he's bad, and then 2 players are out of the lineup. Mix and match with the plays we go over or on the cheat sheet, or if you have a gut feeling, go with a gut feeling of some players. So it's kind of how the thought process every single day, but especially today because it's one of those weird slates where we have a very early only at 10 a.m. Then you don't have anything till noon, and then you trickle through, and then the quote-unquote main slate is at 6:05, and I think it's like 4 games. So our main slates, we're only going to have tournament lineups on the cheat sheet, and then the early slates is where we'll build out the lineups too. So a lot. It's one of those weird days. It's Tuesday, holiday, so you might not be used to it, depending on when you watch this video. So That being said, we're going to jump into it. If you don't know what we do, we go through all of the pitching on the slate. We look at previous games. We talk about bats and that as well. We go a lot of information. Longer videos, but informative videos. So if you aren't already a subscriber, hit that subscribe button. And again, you can sign up on the website, FantasyTeamAdvisors.com. It's right here. You could sign up on FTA Plus right here. We do offer some things. We are going to start with NFL content very soon. We got an all-access monthly pass, which is replacing this. So we're dropping from $39.99 to $24.99. Same exact thing. Month access. MLB will be in MLB NFL in the very, very soon future. Very excited. And everything we have to offer there. We're trying to think, I don't know if there's enough interest in NBA. NBA is a little more volatile, but that's what we'll look at. So let's look at the Vegas odds currently that we have. So just kind of looking at this, you see the Reds have the most implied run total here at 5.17 with an over-under of 9.5. So we really like that. They opened at a 10.5, so it's gone down a little bit. But that being said, these Vegas numbers are on the website, so go check that out. FantasyTeamAdvisors.com. You can check that out. The ballpark rankings is another great one. We don't have all the pitching yet, but you can see Fenway Park gives up 450 total runs so far this year. Not too bad. Would love, so if we had Great American Small Park, you know they'd be at the top here. But you can see all of this information. This all helps you. You can mirror that with weather and everything else, and hopefully it helps you be a better player. So that's our goal. Make you a better DFS player on your own. If you need a little bit more help, we do have the subscription. That does help the channel out. Being a subscriber here and watching the ads, clicking on the ads helps. We've had people donate. A lot of great ways to help out the channel. So hopefully if we've made your life in DFS better, that's what we're here for. Let's get going. First game, Reds at the Nationals. You got Brett Kennedy versus Patrick Corbin. Patrick Corbin has been better lately. This slate, actually, there's a lot of great pitching in this slate. A lot of great pitching. Very excited. It's a huge day of pitching, which is crazy because we don't get these days all the time. And got to take advantage of it. Patrick Corbin has been serviceable as of late, I could say. But I'm not taking him against this red-hot team. I mean, his last start, 7 innings, 9 strikeouts against Seattle. But he's been so bad the majority of the past couple of years. He's almost a 5 ERA, 5-9 record right now. The Reds are one of the hottest teams. I would like the Reds a little bit more if they were at home, but I'll take what I can get. And this doesn't take into effect any weather. So if there is weather, you need to look at that too. I'm going to put I don't know if it'll be today, but I'm going to start putting a weather tab on the cheat sheet. So if you are a subscriber, that will be part of it too. So we also have sports betting. So looking at this, I am stacking the Reds, just depending on what Reds team comes out. He's been so bad. The Reds are projected to have the most amount of runs on the slate. It's early, so I don't know if you really can play this game. But if you do the very early only on Fanduel, you can. And then just depending on who's out there, you got Kevin Newman. I mean, McLean, I would take. India, Steer. Hell, even probably Votto against a lefty. No real bats jump out to me for Washington right now. I would, and you can see 67 plate appearances against the Reds, 322 batting average, 13.4 K percentage. Everything leads, let's go Reds. So I'm going with the Reds here, and I'm avoiding Patrick Corbin completely. Orioles at the Yankees is the next game. Had a fantastic Monday game between these teams. Domingo Germán, like I said, a lot of people were going to be on him because he was going to, he's just coming off the perfect game. Gave up, 3 runs? Not bad. Could have went deeper into the game. Could have had a couple more strikeouts for us. We actually didn't use him because the Orioles are a good team. This is the one that I'm a little bit weary on. You've got Kyle Gibson versus Clark Schmidt. Gibson, 68 plate appearances, 259 batting average, 22.1 K percentage. Flip side of that, Clark Schmidt, 55 plate appearances, 188 batting average, 18.2. So Clark Schmidt, he's been better as of late. So got lit up to start the season. Comes in 3-6 record, 4.37 ERA. He's been serviceable. He's not getting a ton of strikeouts. 3 strikeouts, 3 straight games, 4 against Boston. 20, basically 17 to 25 fantasy points has been right around where he's at. With those numbers, I can't take him at 7,700 on FanDuel. Not enough strikeouts for me in this one. You could look at it. Could he have a good game? Yes, but he's just not striking out a ton of people. Is he going 5+ innings? He is. The strikeouts aren't there. Kyle Gibson, on the other hand, he's either really on or really off. Trying to see if he's faced the Yankees this year so far. I don't think he has. Yes, he actually did. May 25th, 7 innings, 3 strikeouts, no earned runs, 40 fantasy points. Coming in here, you see the 259 batting average. Okay, so what bats on the Yankees would I take? Donaldson, I don't think I would. If you're building tournaments, yes. 6 for 16 with a double and 3 home runs, but he's been so bad. Glaber's 2 for 12. Jake Bauers at home, if he's in a lineup, I don't mind him. 3 for 8 with a double. Rizzo, kind of coming back on strong. Stanton is one that I will take if he's playing the field. His numbers, when Stanton is on the field, playing in right field or left, it's like batting 250. When he's only DH, he's batting like 180. And he's at home, any given time he can hit a home run. We know this. He's ridiculous power. If Stanton is in the lineup as a DH, I probably don't want anything to do with him. If he's playing the field, psychologically, he's better somehow. I would take him. So that's kind of my thought there. Billy McKinney, maybe a cheap option if he's in there. Volpe, ever since he had Chicken Parma about 2 weeks ago, batting like 400 with lots of extra base hits. Had a home run yesterday, stolen bases. You're getting a lot out of Volpe. So I would look at a stack here. DJ is looking lost, but maybe Harrison Bader on cloud 9 after the 3-run home run yesterday. So I would look at Bauers, Rizzo, possibly McKinney, Volpe, Bader, just depending on what lineup's out there. And the flip side of that, the Orioles bats, they really haven't had success. 55 plate appearances. We could look at them. Santander, 4 for 7 with a double. Easy home run there if he needs. Cedric Mullins is 0 for 6, but he's always a threat. All the lefties are a threat here. Even Aaron Hicks, but I just don't think Aaron Hicks is going to hit here. Gets booed. The Yankees even put like a thank you for the 8 years, and they booed him. I don't think I would stack the Orioles. But if you're looking at, I would look at lefties. Rushman. I kind of like Gunnar Henderson here. Santander. Ramon Urias is a cheaper option as well. So while I won't be stacking the Orioles, probably stacking a little bit more of the Yankees, I don't think I'll have exposure to either of these pitchers today. Cardinals at the Marlins. Adam Wainwright versus Jesus Lizard. Wainwright, 88 plate appearances, 293. The theme of the whole year, and it's worked, stack against Adam Wainwright. 3-3 record, 7.45 ERA. Probably should have retired last year with Yachty and Pujols. There's even talk last time saying that Wainwright will make his next scheduled start. I don't trust him. He's not striking people out. He's given up a ton of runs. Just looking, 6 earned runs, 7 earned runs, 3. Nothing. Minus 10 fantasy points against Houston, and then minus 12 against the Cubs in London. I am not taking Wainwright. I am stacking the Marlins 100%, and I will have exposure to the Jesus Lizard here. So, looking at that, Soler's 3 for 21 with a home run. Segura's 10 for 25 with a double and a home run. Segura, probably take Segura there. Garrett Cooper, 3 for 6 with 2 doubles. Just depending on what lineup comes out, I would have a stack. One of my favorite stacks is going to be the Marlins today because of how bad Wainwright has been. And then Luzardo hasn't faced very many of the Cardinals bats. They're not very good this year. I would lean Luzardo and the Marlins stack. Rangers at the Red Sox. Dane Dunning versus to be announced. Dunning, 35 plate appearances, 300 batting average, 8.6 K percentage. I'm still taking Dunning here. Don't trust. Well, we don't know who the Boston Red Sox are throwing out there, so the Vegas numbers are out right now. But whoever it is, most likely, I would be stacking the Rangers, and I'd be stacking Dane Dunning. And you pretty much know who to stack with the Rangers right now. Seager, Simeon, Garcia, Young, just depending on who else is out there. Those would be my main stacks for the Rangers right now. And I'm not looking at the Red Sox bats. It is Fenway, so that is the only thing. I think I would take Dunning, probably Dunning more in tournaments, just because, as you saw, Fenway's given up the most amount of runs this year, especially on this slate. With the lineups that are out there, there could be a ton of runs here, but I absolutely love the Rangers. They might be my favorite stack if we knew who the pitcher was, so that's why they're probably my second favorite stack. Royals at the Twins, you got Zach Greinke versus Kenta Maeda. Greinke, 145 plate appearances, 252 batting average, 19.3 K percentage. I just can't take Greinke. He's done nothing for us this year. I don't think we've taken him one time. I think we've stacked against him. Given up 11 hits against Cleveland his last start. Only 2 earned runs, 0 strikeouts, 16 fantasy points. Against Tampa Bay, 7 earned runs. Angels, 4 earned runs. He's just given up too many earned runs, especially on the road too. So I would be stacking the Twins. So what Twins bats have had success in the past? Let's check it out. Craze 8 for 31 with a home run. Gallo's 2 for 21 with a double. Gallo's been hitting home runs lately. Gallo is strictly a tournament-only option anytime he's on the field. You're not putting him in tournaments or in cash, but you are in tournaments. Buxton, 7 for 18 with a triple and a home run. Michael A. Taylor, 4 for 17 with a double. Max Kepler, 4 for 15. Miranda, 3 for 12. Miranda's a cheap option. We used him yesterday. Christian Vasquez, 4 for 5. Donovan Solano, 1 for 6 with a home run. So I'm not like a big Twins stack today, but we usually stack against the Royals. So look who the Twins lineup is. Mix and match with those guys. Maeda, I'll throw Maeda in there for tournaments. He's making, I believe, his second start off the IL. Let's see. No, it'll be his third start off the IL. His last start against Atlanta, 5 innings, 4 strikeouts, 2 earned runs, 21 fantasy points. He came back and we dominated with him. We won a lot of money with him his last time. 5 innings against Detroit, 8 strikeouts, 45 fantasy points. So hasn't faced the Royals. I would like this if this game a little bit more if it were in Kansas City, but I'll have some exposure to Maeda in tournaments and maybe a couple of the Twins bats against Greinke, but I'll have no exposure to Greinke. Rockies at the Astros is next. You got Kyle Freeland versus Brandon Bielak. Freeland, 27 plate appearances, 273. Not taking him against the Astros. They just put up, 12 yesterday against Texas. And then Bielak, 9 plate appearances, 400. Maybe a little bit of exposure to Bielak for tournaments. I'm trying to see. I don't think he's going deep into games. Let's see. Yeah, his last start, 4.2 innings, 3 strikeouts, 4 earned runs. He's not getting a ton of strikeouts. Maybe Bielak in tournaments just in case, but it might be one of those where I fade. And then I would definitely be looking at the Astros bats against Freeland. I'm looking at Altuve at the top. Wouldn't be surprised if he hits a home run. The righty bats is what I'd be looking at. So Altuve's 0 for 3. Bregman's 1 for 3 with a double. Dubon, 4 for 10 with 2 doubles and a home run. He's a very cheap option if he's in there. I don't know if he will be, but I will be stacking the Astros. So I'll be stacking, possibly looking at Dubon, Kyle Tucker, even if it's a lefty, I don't care. Bregman and Altuve. Won't have exposure to Freeland at all. 0 exposure. Maybe a little bit to Bielak if I'm making multiple lineups in tournaments, but that's about it. Mets at the Diamondbacks, you got Kodai Senga versus Zach. I ghosted my wife Davies and divorced her. Not taking Davies. Senga, I'll have exposure to a little bit. If Corbin Carroll's still out, I do like that. Tournament option for Senga for me. That's basically it. The Arizona Diamondbacks are a really good team right now, obviously. Depending on what lineup comes out there. Let's see if there's any talk about Bruno. No. Let's see. You can tell I have a child, and I've seen Encanto 80 billion times. There it is. Perdomo. If Perdomo is up at the top, I like him as a cheap option. Ketel Marte, I do. Corbin Carroll is shoulder. Let's see. So Corbin Carroll actually pinch hit Sunday. So he probably is back in the lineup today. They didn't play yesterday. So I will have a little bit of exposure to Senga just because he's never faced them before. And he's having a good year so far. But they are so good that it's hard to even fathom taking a pitcher against Arizona. So Senga is a tournament-only option for me. If I'm making multiple lineups, I'll have him in there. Other than that, I would rather take the Diamondbacks, depending if it's anchored by Corbin Carroll or not. I'll have no exposure to Zach Davies. Phillies at the Rays, Aaron Nola versus Zach Eflin. Eflin facing his old team. Nola, 21 plate appearances, 150 batting average. Those numbers are not bad. It's only 21 plate appearances, so basically one start. It is against Tampa Bay, which is a very good team, especially at home. I don't know if I can trust Nola enough. Even in tournaments, maybe throw him in at one or two lineups in your tournaments just because it's Aaron Nola. But again, Tampa Bay at home, they're just a different team. Eflin, on the other hand, 80 plate appearances, 303 batting average. I'm guessing Schwarber's at the top here. I don't think I'll have any Eflin. Trey Turner, 7 for 24 with a double and 2 home runs, 292 batting average. Schwarber, 4 for 11 with a double, triple, and a home run. Real Muto, 3 for 11 with a double and a home run. Harper, 5 for 9 with 2 doubles. Problem is, Harper's not done much this year. I still think he's hurt. I don't trust him enough. So yeah, I probably stacking Phillies here. Turner, Schwarber, Real Muto. Depending who's out there. Brandon Marsh, possibly. Josh Harrison, if he's in there for a cheap option. It's kind of what my thought is. And then Tampa Bay, just depending on the lineup they throw out there. You always got to look at least one stack of Tampa Bay if they're at home. Margot, Bethancourt if he's there, Wander Franco, Yandy Diaz, I don't mind. So a little bit of exposure to Nola in tournaments. I will have no exposure to Eflin. And then both sides of the bat here, I think both teams are a okay stack. Maybe lean a little bit more Philly stack than a full-fledged Tampa Bay stack. Cubs at the Brewers, you got Kyle Hendricks versus Wade Miley. Hendricks, there's not much to like about Hendricks. 3-3 record, 2.81 ERA. He's just not striking out a ton. Phillies, 7 innings, 4 strikeouts, 3 earned runs, 28 fantasy points. That's not enough for his $8,000 price tag on FanDuel. Against Pittsburgh, 6.1 innings, a fantastic matchup on paper for him. 1 earned run, so you're like, oh, he probably got, 50? No, he had 2 strikeouts. Baltimore, he had 1 strikeout. So, trying to see if he's faced Milwaukee. He has not faced them this year. In 114 plate appearances, 252 batting average, 28.1 K percentage. Wade Miley, 46 plate appearances, 211. Wade Miley is, I don't know how he's still pitching. I don't know how he's still effectively pitching. He's not striking out a ton of people either, though. So this is one where this might be just a game where I completely just avoid. No bats really jump out to me unless you see some BVP numbers. No bats are sexy. These are not sexy names to throw out there in your lineup. There's so many good pitching options today. I'm probably avoiding this game 100%. So I'm not really going to cover it. There's not much that I like. Maybe you can throw both of these pitchers in tournaments, but they're just not getting enough strikeouts to warrant paying for them at basically almost the same price. Mariners at the Giants. You got Logan Gilbert versus Keaton Winn. Gilbert's never faced them before. I kind of like this. Keaton Winn, I know his family. They're actually from 30 minutes. Well, actually less than 30 minutes from where I'm from. So it's kind of cool. Getting his second major league start. He walked 3 batters. Let's see. His last start, 6 innings, 3 strikeouts, 2 earned runs. I like this. 5,500 on FanDuel. I will have exposure to him on the basis that I know his family. I've hung out with him, and now he's pitching in the major leagues, which is awesome. I'll have exposure to both of these pitchers. Logan Gilbert in San Francisco against a team he's never faced before. We know we like that. Same thing with Keaton Winn. So just got to get a couple more strikeouts for Winn, and I don't mind him at all. So that's my thought in this one. No bats really jump out to me. I think this could be a low-scoring game. So I'll have exposure to both of these pitchers. Athletics at the Tigers, JP Sears versus Tariq Skubal. Sears, I'll have exposure to Sears because it is Detroit. Never faced the team before. Coming off not a good start against the Yankees, 4 innings, 5 earned runs, 5 strikeouts. But against Cleveland, 7 innings, 8 strikeouts, 2 earned runs. Against Philly, 7 innings, 7 strikeouts, 4 earned runs. Both of these pitchers would not do in cash. Wouldn't even think about doing in cash. So Skubal is coming off the IL. Hasn't pitched since last August. I don't know what that means. Is he on a pitch count? Says he shouldn't be in line for significant workload restriction, which is a plus, and he's going up against Oakland, which is a plus matchup for him. I think both of these pitchers are fantastic tournament options. Not trusting them in cash. Not going to put a lot of weight into them when I'm building lineups. But I will have exposure to both of these pitchers in tournaments. Zero exposure to any of the bats, though. So that's my thought on this one. Next game, the Angels at the Padres. You got Shohei Ohtani versus Joe Musgrove. Ohtani, 16 plate appearances, 154. Do not be surprised if Ohtani goes 6-7 innings on the mound, 9 strikeouts, and a home run or 2 out of him. I have a fantastic feeling he's going to hit a home run today. It's going to be one of my home run bets against Joe Musgrove. Joe Musgrove, 49 plate appearances, 250. If I'm taking a pitcher in this one, I'm taking Ohtani, and I'm using him as a bat as well. If you can. If you can't do that for DFS. So for sports betting wise, I would take Ohtani for pitching for DFS, and I would take sports betting bets with him at the plate. So whether or not you want to go 2+ bases out of him, I think that's pretty easy to think about. And then, man, what do you question of the day, what do you guys think Ohtani's contract is going to look like next year, and where do you think he's going to go? I think it's going to be 10 years, 350. No, it's going to be like 400. It might be 500 million. It's going to be ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. But that's the question of the day. What do you think Ohtani, what he will sign for in the offseason, and what team is he going to? There's no way he's staying with the Angels. It's probably the Dodgers, but who knows? So Ohtani, taking him in DFS for pitching, taking him for sports betting as well. Not taking Musgrove, and probably not going to take the San Diego bats right now. If you want to be contrarian, load up on the San Diego bats in case Ohtani's off and gets lit up, but the chances of that are not the best. Braves at the Guardians is next. Colby Allard versus Shane Bieber. Allard, 9 plate appearances, 222. Bieber, 50 plate appearances, 30K percentage, and 239 batting average. I kind of think the Biebs might be a cheaper option that people are going to be off of because of how good Atlanta is, but he's had their number in the past. Trying to see if he's faced them this year. He's not faced them this year, coming off 6 innings against Kansas City, 8 strikeouts, no earned runs, 46 fantasy points. Not a lot of fantasy points there. I would like, if we can get at least 7 innings out of Bieber, could be good, but the problem is the Braves lineup is so good. So I do trust Bieber in at least tournaments. Maybe once I see some weather reports and kind of dig into the Vegas numbers, he might make a intriguing cash option, but I think he'll be a lower owned option because he's going up against the Braves. And then Colby Allard here. Only 9 plate appearances, so hasn't really seen much. This will be his second straight start. So he's took over for Jared Schuster last inning, and this will be his second start of the year. Last time out against Minnesota, 4.2 innings, 8 strikeouts, no earned runs, 38 fantasy points, only 6,300. So I think both of these pitchers could be a great tournament option here. We got to go. Allard's got to go at least 5 innings, though. They both got to go at least 5 innings. So while I don't know if I'll have either of them in cash, I will look at both of these pitchers in tournaments. The Blue Jays at the White Sox is next. Chris Bassett versus Lucas Giolito. Bassett, 64 plate appearances, 241 batting average, 15.6K percentage. And then Giolito, 130 plate appearances, 261. Probably leaning more towards Bassett here. Trying to see if Gio has faced the Blue Jays this year. He is not. Comes in 6-5 record, 3.53 ERA, but it's 10,500. Don't know if I'll have Giolito. I will have a little bit more of Bassett here, though. Tournaments only, but I'll have Bassett. No bats really jump out to me right now. Once you look at the BVP numbers and we crunch some numbers, maybe the bats jump out. If you aren't taking Bassett, you want to look at the bats real quick just to get a little taste of it. Not much jump out. I mean, Benintendi 3 for 5 with a home run, but he hasn't really been relevant this year. Kind of crazy. Andrew Vaughn 1 for 3 with a double. Tim Anderson's 4 for 11 with 2 doubles, but he hasn't been good this year. So yeah, I kind of like Bassett there. And then if you want to see what Blue Jays bats have had success against Gio, Whit Merrifield somehow is an all-star, 10 for 42 with 2 doubles and a home run. Kiermaier 3 for 12 with a double. Vlad 3 for 13 with a double. Springer 3 for 9 with 2 doubles. Matt Chapman 2 for 8 with 2 doubles. Kirk 4 for 9 with 3 home runs. So there's a lot to like about a Toronto stack, actually. So I'll have some Bassett. Cash tournament, I don't really care. I think he's both. I won't have Gio, and I will be stacking Toronto here. Then you got the Pirates at the Dodgers as the final game to end this video. Luis L. Ortiz versus Emmett Sheehan. Love me some Sheehan here. It's 8,300 on FanDuel. He's averaging 30.67 fantasy points per game. He's 2-0 record, 2.65 ERA. The problem is he only has 2 strikeouts, or 12 strikeouts. 5 innings against Colorado. He actually didn't have a bad game. 5 innings, 5 strikeouts. Did give up 3 earned runs, but it's Colorado, so you can't really fault that. But 3 earned runs in Colorado is not bad. Houston, 6 innings, 2 earned runs, 4 strikeouts, 34 fantasy points. Against San Francisco for his debut, 6 innings, 3 strikeouts. If he could get at least 5 innings and 5 strikeouts and no earned runs, pays off well. I won't have any Ortiz, especially against Dodgers in LA. I will have Sheehan, and I will have a Dodger stack here. So there you go. That is the 4th of July slate. We will be back again tomorrow for a video. So go check that out. Go check out all of our information in the description of that video and of this video. Subscribe to this channel. Again, any help to this website and channel helps us out tremendously. Trying to build out a better website for you guys. Trying to get taking the proceeds, throwing it back in the website. Trying to build a new computer because half of the time these videos get corrupted and I have to redo them. And again, you can see these videos are 30 plus minutes long, but hopefully they're not filler and they're very informative for you. So hopefully we helped you out. If you have any means to donate, we've got our Cash App down below. If you hit us up on email, we can give our PayPal. You can go to the website and sign up for the monthly all access pass for $24.99. That helps us out as well. So good luck. Be safe on this 4th of July. Do not lose any fingers. I knew 2 people last year that blew off fingers with fireworks. So good luck today in DFS and be safe on the 4th of July. Happy 4th, everybody. Again, I'm going to put everything on the website this morning. I will be away from my phone with no reception today, and we will be back tomorrow. So good luck, and as always, guys, let's bring up some bacon. Peace.